This is the great debate. Single family rentals versus residential assisted living, baby. Let's get into it. For me, a single family rental making a couple $100 a month with, a single family living in the home, right? Let's say a mom, dad, 2 kids and a dog. I have tons of friends who are in that industry who own single family rentals, and they're constantly posting on Instagram and TikTok all these destroyed properties that they're walking into. And whenever I see it, I'm like, ay, what are you doing? Why are you doing this for a couple $100 a month? When the roof needs repair, when the AC goes out, when you need new windows or new floors, and every single time when the tenant vacates, you've got to pretty much redo everything in that property. It's so much drama. Tenants, toilets, drama, unpaid rent. I mean, if your heart is just for serving people and it's not about money for you and you're just doing this to give a home to someone who cannot afford it, and you're okay that you don't get paid and that this may make you a couple $100 a month or it may cost you a couple thousand a year, then great. That's for you. And I'm happy for you. But for those of you who are looking to make an impact and make significant cash flow, residential assisted living, all the way, honey. We're talking about maybe 15, 20 doors being equivalent to the cash flow you can make with one residential assisted living home. And that's on fact, no cap, right? As they say, right? This is the real. This is so what's happening. One residential assisted living home housing 6 to 16 seniors who are each paying you $4,500 a month or more, right? The cash flow there is great. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, well, yeah, but that's a whole business. I have to have an administrator and caregivers. I have to get licensed. Yep. Well, the reward is a lot greater than the risk here. Like, yes, you're going to have to do the work. Yes, you have to get licensed. Yes, you have to hire your staff. I'm not shying away from that. I know it is not a comparison that is extremely equivalent, but it is a comparison in the fact of if you had one single family home and you were trying to decide what to do with it, renting it out to one single family for a year lease where you're making, let's say, $600 a month versus turning that home into a residential assisted living home, housing 10 seniors, and you're making $10,000 a month. If I had one home, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do. Now, a lot of people tell me, but this is passive. Single family rentals are passive. Okay, the way we set up our residential assisted living homes are also passive, right? I teach in our 3-day training that you can be as active or passive as you like. This is your business. This is your home. You can set it up. If you want to be working in that home every day, good for you. You can absolutely do that. It's not what we do. It's not what most of our students do. We like to run them very hands-off, owning the real estate and the business, spending maybe a couple hours a week on the phone with the licensed manager to make sure everything's running smoothly, everything's doing okay, and maybe visiting the home once a month or so. That's very reasonable and actually pretty passive to me. So when we talk about passivity or activity within those two categories, really, yeah, there's differences, but the payoff is so much better. Not to mention the impact. I just mentioned that in a single family rental, if you are there to provide homes to people who will never be able to buy them, and that's how you want to make an impact in the world, I am not hating on that. More power to you, and I respect and admire everything that you're doing. The impact that you can make in the residential assisted living home is out of this world, because it's not just about the seniors. It's about who comes with them. It's the whole family that you're affecting. It's the whole community that you're affecting, and the caregivers, right? Don't forget about the caregivers. People who work in big box facilities who are overworked, underpaid, so stressed out and tired, and literally you're offering them an opportunity to make the same, if not $1 or $2 more, in a luxury 5-star home where they're used to having a 15-to-1 resident to caregiver ratio in a big box facility. And now they're coming to live in and work in your residential assisted living home where it's maybe a 4-to-1 or a 5-to-1 resident to caregiver ratio. you better believe they are happy to come work for you. And we talk about loving and appreciating on your employees, you're offering them a very high quality job, a job where they feel safe, happy, and ready to go to work, where they can connect and bond with the seniors. So for me, the impact in senior housing is not only impacting that senior, giving them the top quality care and love that they deserve in the rest of their life, for the rest of their life. It's impacting the family to know that the guilt can be washed away, that they're being taken care of to the absolute best standard around. The family can rest easy. They can come visit. They know that everything's being done properly and to the best it could possibly be. And then for that caregiver, providing them a job that they feel good about, a job that they're excited about, a job where they get to actually use their skills and feel ready to go to work, excited to go to work, So to me, the impact is so much greater with residential assisted living. But again, it's up to you. That big, great debate, single family rentals, having a bunch of doors, a bunch of tenants, a bunch of toilets for a couple $100 a month, doesn't pay for a round of golf, doesn't pay for a new, Louis Vuitton bag or whatever it is that you desire, right? It doesn't get me to my freedom number. But one residential assisted living home does. And if your freedom number is more than $10,000 a month, we're talking about 2 homes in that case, 2 properties that could get you to your freedom number. Absolutely no reason why you would use a single family home for this versus this if you're coming into this to make an impact and make cash flow. The answer is simple: residential assisted living.